Welcome in, everyone. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is All in the Charts. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment. You can even drop me a super chat, like the super chat legends, Todd and Greg. And make sure you click the bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live each and every single weekday. Do you like the classic thumbnail? I chose the classic thumbnail today. I went old school, right? This is like we're getting into the anniversary edition of the CBG All in the Charts live stream. Next Thursday will mark 1 year that I've been doing this daily live stream. Very, very hard to believe. March 28th, it was on a Tuesday when I began doing this. I will be going live every weekday, 5:30 to 6. And hard to believe that it'll be 1 year come next Thursday. So I'll have to think of something, I don't know, something unique to do next Thursday. I'll have to try to figure something out. I know next week, this month in particular is turning out to be a very busy month for me. I don't know how everybody else March is shaping up, but man, the day flew today. A little comic relief before we get into talking about price action within the markets, which I'm hoping if you guys pay particular attention to some of the key concepts I speak to, there's nothing surprising about the price action today, and I'll share what I mean by that. But so I'm wrapping up work on this topping points video, and I'm hoping that I can finish it today, and this thing's going to be released tomorrow. That's my hope. And so I'm creating this thumbnail, and I'm actually using ChatGPT you can actually take the photo and you can upload it, and it can give you feedback on how you can better design your thumbnail. So I figure I'm going to utilize, ChatGPT, see what it can do for me. And it didn't like the face that I had on the thumbnail, so I had to give a shocked look. So guys, just remember, when you see the shocked look on my face, this is unfortunately, I am ruled by the YouTube gods for now. They have power over me and all of the other content creators out there, and they dictate who's going to watch what based on an algorithm. So it's not clickbait. Oh, I hate clickbait. It's not clickbait, but CBG has a shocked look on his face. So I find the comic relief value in that, creating a thumbnail with my face looking like, it's like my old face. That's what it reminded me of when I was looking at it. I was like, man, I love what I do here, but the fact that I got to make an O face for a thumbnail, it's not the most thrilling of things. It really the highlight of my video process. Welcome in, Juan. Good to see you. Todd, as I always say, the super chats are never expected but always appreciated, and I humbly appreciate the support. Thank you. Oof, let's fucking go. I'm bullish for BTC, looking to just have back-tested the breakout on the 4-hour. We're going to talk about that. Chris, I missed you on the prior live stream. I was talking about you. Is it 2,000? I thought you were up to 10,000. Wife had surgery today, and then within 4 hours, someone drained over half. What? Wife had surgery today, and then within 4 hours, someone drained over half her account. Hit me up on a DM. That doesn't make any sense to me. My rage is strong. I need XLM too. Hit me up on a DM, man. I might be able to help you out. I'm not really sure what happened there, but if you're legit on what you're saying, maybe I can understand the situation and see if I can help out to at least understand what happened so that you can safeguard yourself in the future. Guys, just a reminder, the number of text messages that I'm getting on links, scam phone calls, they've been picking up. Make sure that when you get a text message and it has a link in it, you delete it right away. If I get a text message from any number that I don't know, it's deleted immediately. I don't open it and read it. Phone calls, if I don't recognize it, it gets sent to voicemail. So I would encourage you to do the same. Do not click on shit that you don't know what it is. Rory, welcome in, my friend. We out here, CBG. Let's go hit them likes. Cubic chart on Safe Trade. Appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you too, Greg. And we're going to look at that as our first chart. I appreciate it, Black Oil. Appreciate the engagement too. I'm seeing a lot of engagement, which is great to see. Dragons. Interesting name. Crypto, that is definitely not my name. I'm not even going to read that. I would really like to listen to your live stream, but I can't. Dragons, check the name on what you just commented on, because that is definitely not my name. I really would like to listen to your live stream, but I can't. Your audio always glitches for that reason. I'm out. Okay. I don't really know what to say to that. CBG tournament anniversary. XLM versus XRP. Cash versus Casper. Cash would blow that away. BTC versus ETH. You're giving me some ideas, Juan. I kind of like this. This kind of dovetails off of the idea from yesterday. I'm going to give that some serious thought. I really like that idea. Thank you for sharing that, my friend. Appreciate it. Yeah, audio is fine, man. I'm back to my traditional setup here. Adam, very good to see you in the live stream, my friend. I know you've been a subscriber to the channel for a long time. Would love some tea. Brother, we're going to get to it. Especially since you're on the live stream. Kayleen, good to see you. Oh, what's up? Logical move, Casper Green in a sea of red. It is our time. But yeah, man, it's one of the charts I'm going to quick cover. So guys, let's just get into the charts right away here. And I want to make sure that I am getting to your TA questions. So let's kind of talk about what's going on Bitcoin. Guys, if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, you know that one of the things I routinely do is when there are key concepts that I think it is important that you learn from the channel. Because again, the value in the channel is not teaching you how to catch fish. It's this is what happens when you go live. The value in the channel is not giving you fish, but teaching you how to fish, right? So one of the most common things we do when we see a descending resistance like this, okay, and we finally break out of it, we come back and back test it, right? Now this is on a 12-hour chart. All we've done is back tested this descending line of resistance, and actually I am 95% confident that if you go back to my live stream from yesterday, I spoke about this exact move. I said it wouldn't be common and expected, actually, that now that we've broken out tomorrow, if we see a back test here, okay, the resistance turns into support and it springboards us up. I have our areas of resistance here. Nothing has changed. There's nothing alarming in the chart. Let's move on. Caspa is seeing a very nice day today. We went from 11.6 cents to 15 cents just like that. Now, this is a daily chart, okay? Now, this thing has been in consolidation / a downturn for some period of time. And I know a lot of Caspians out there have been a little salty because they're a little impatient. And quite frankly, some of them must be forgetting what they're holding. The only white paper I've ever read that is reminiscent of Bitcoin, just saying, for someone who's been here since learning about the space, 2017, invested since 18. So take it for what it's worth. We're finally starting to see some movements up here. And as you recall, one of the things I was trying to hone you in on was that on the pairings chart, on the Bitcoin, the Solana, and the Ethereum chart, it looked like Caspa had bottomed out. There were all these signs that we were looking at that if we weren't at the bottom, we were very close to the bottom, and we see some sort of a strong reaction at some point soon. Now, this price action does have me feeling very optimistic, but in kind of assessing moving averages and price confluence, I'm going to feel a lot. 16 cents, man. Very obvious. A lot of price confluence right around 16 cents. I would say my sort of line in the sand, just very quickly assessing this chart. And again, I haven't charted Caspa really, except for pairing charts in the past several days. Why? CBG, if Caspa is your number one altcoin holding, which it is, why haven't you been charting it really in the past couple days? Because I don't give two fucks about the recent price action. I'm an investor. I have a boatload of it for the longer term, right? Wherever we top out. If Caspa tops out in July or August or December, wherever it tops out, that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to trade this. So you can see there's a ton of price confluence right around 16 cents. This is nice, strong, reactionary price movement off the lows here. But I want to see price action get and stay above 16 cents. You might even be able to say 15.8, but let's just keep it stupid simple and say 16. Now, the other nice thing that's going to do is if you start to get up towards this 16 cent price level, you're also getting above and staying above all of these moving averages, your 10, 20, and 50, okay? Also, lastly, real quick before I get into the TA questions, the other thing that'll do is once you get above and stay above 16 cents, two things. One, there's not a ton of price confluence up there. And number two, it's going to get those price indicators to begin to flip to the bullish side. I know one chart I'm going to be paying very close attention to is the 3-day chart. And I know I pointed to this in my last video, and there was one thing I failed to point out in that video, which I might as well quick hit on. We looked at the Fisher transformation on the 3-day. You know, TradingView's been having some issues when I've been pulling up charts. I don't know what the fucking issue is, but I'll go to pull up a chart and it won't pull up. So I don't know what to say, why that's not doing that. That's really fucking annoying. And it's going to be pretty rough if I can't pull up a blank chart because I'm not going to be able to chart anything. You are seeing this right now, right? I was running into this issue yesterday. I don't know what the hell the issue is. I don't know. I might need to clean up my hard drive. I have no idea. I'm not a computer guy. I wish I could just pay someone to do this shit. I don't think that is the issue, but kind of frustrating. On the spot while I'm live, I can't pull up a fucking chart. Talk about shit-tacular. Oh, there's nothing worse. Anybody have any clear cash? Yeah. Oh man, I haven't had to do that in a while. I'm even looking around where the hell to do that. There we go. All right, that is the only thing I can think of as well. So let me see if I can clear this out. Ugh. All right, we're going to give this a shot. Stick with me here. Sorry. All right, let's see if that helped. Let's try this one more time. You know, actually on my list, there we go. On my list of things to do is to get a new computer. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for the, I see your comments here. Thank you for helping out there. So one of the things I failed to point out in my video, which I felt bad about, definitely kind of behind the scenes, I was pissed off at myself. It is very true. I'm still looking for this Fisher transformation that I touched on for Caspa, this descending resistance here. I'm still looking for it to provide resistance until proven otherwise. The thing I failed to point out is as we were rising here and I was calling for this big liftoff to take place, you can see in the past, clearly as we were increasing towards there, you know, we had these little pullbacks. You know, here, we were increasing. We had this little pullback. You know, and if you look at price, sideways action before we lifted off. So here, this decrease here corresponds to this period of consolidation here. But we should be bottoming soon. This is a chart that I'm going to be following pretty closely. My expectation and minimum target from here is going to be once we clear all-time highs at essentially 20 cents is minimum target's 30 cents. So we'll have to kind of see where we hit. But again, I have price targets that are much higher than 30 cents. I'm not going to call people out by names, but I am at least going to reference something real quick before I start charting for you guys. There is one prominent follower of this channel, and I'm just going to call him out right now. He does not need to reveal himself. But this individual, I felt, came up with a realistic and reasonable view that Caspa, he was planning on selling his Caspa in that $1, somewhere in the $1 range. Now, personally, I think that's light. I have a video speaking to why I think $2 to $4 is going to happen. But amidst the salty price action in here, I did notice that he responded to one of my tweets or posts, and he's now thinking 85 cents for some reason. So I'm just saying, lowering the price target based on some consolidation. You should know better, my friend. You should know better. Have conviction on where you're planning to sell. Anyway, let me get into the TA questions. So I know that one of the projects out there, and I'm not familiar with what this project is, that's been garnering some attention is Cubic. I don't know anything about it. This is the chart that Black Oil had requested that I charted 2 days ago. And once again, we're back on the stream, and he's requesting it today since we didn't have time. Not a ton of price action. Probably pretty unprofessional. I'm chewing gum during the live stream, right? That was me chewing gum while I was creating my thumbnail since I was getting a little antsy about it. All right. Ah, man. Greg, this is a tough one. There's not a lot of price data. I mean, I'm going to have to... Yeah, man. There's not a lot here, man. Do you have something else I can chart? I don't have anything valuable to give you here. Greg, give me another token you want me to chart. I have nothing for you. There's just not enough price data. This is, I mean, in this case as a technician, maybe I'll hit on this with Alex once he's back on the stream. We're going to cover some fundamental and technicals again. This is a great example of a new project here that, if you were looking to enter it, maybe you have some sort of fundamental narrative, and that's fine. And you think it's a solid project, but to sort of conjointly have with that investment thesis a strong looking chart, and you want to do some TA, this isn't the chart to do that. There's just not enough price data. Greg, I'll wait to see if you have another one. I'm going to scan down here. I know there was another TA question. Adam, you asked about XYO. I think we may have looked at this one before. On Coinbase, or did we look at it on another exchange? I have a pretty good memory when it comes to the questions you guys ask, but guess I could be incorrect in this case. Fairly a large amount of price data. Looks like, is it a newer listing on Coinbase? No, it's been on there for a while. I'm going to go to the weekly. I'm going to condense a lot of this price action. Now, I will say in general, just kind of on a higher time frame, weekly, reviewing this chart. Again, and this is another key thing that I hit on this channel. This pattern is very similar to other charts that we have taken a look at. This pattern has played out in other projects. And it's a very beautiful trend reversal to the upside. So essentially, you're in this, you're essentially in a falling wedge. Depends how you want to look at it, but you're essentially in a falling wedge. Bottoming pattern. Chances are, let's look at the relative strength index and see if it holds true. I bet you there's bullish divergence on the RSI. Maybe there's not. Maybe there isn't bullish divergence on the RSI. No, there is. You have to go all the way to the daily. So there is bullish divergence on the RSI. You can see that the RSI is increasing. Oh, yeah. That's a clear signal. RSI is increasing as price was decreasing, and then finally we had our breakout there. So we definitely had bullish divergence on the RSI. Again, very common pattern that is on a lot of other charts. Okay, so we break out of the falling wedge. We sort of have this rounding bottom. This is essentially what took place here. This is a cup. This is your handle. And now we're getting the breakout. You can see subsequently the volume is preceding price action here, which is what you want to see, okay, and what you would expect. Now, the question we need to ask ourselves now that we had the breakout from the cup and handle pattern is just how high could we go, and where are we going to run into resistance? Let's actually cover the resistance first. So obviously there's some wicks here. I bet you there's price confluence. Abso-fucking-tively. Was that even a word? You can see a wick here, wicks here, some price confluence in here, right around 16 cents. We're actually going to keep that at, and now that isn't working. Wow, it's 15.9 cents. Once we pass 15.9 cents, there's another area of price, that's perfect. 22, excuse me. This isn't 15.9 cents, it's 1.59 cents, okay? Too many damn decimals. 1.59 cents, and then we got 2.28 cents, okay? 2.3 cents. And then there's another area right around there at 2.7 cents. And then there's another area at 3.5. So these are your major areas of resistance, 1.59 cents, 2.3, 2.7, and 3.5 cents. Once you clear 3.5, you do have another area of resistance at 4.5 and then at the all-time highs up towards 8. But these are your immediate areas of resistance you're going to run into problems with. Now, in terms of support, there's a very obvious, we always on this channel keep it stupid simple, and we also recognize that with very volatile assets like this, there are regions of support and regions of resistance, not a specific dollar point, okay? There's way too much volatility in assets like this. So the smartest thing you can do, oh, look, that popped up from 5 minutes ago when I clicked on the 0.159. Oh, you want to pop up now? Oh, thank you so much. Man, I need to restart my computer. Okay, that could be part of the problem. Anyway, the region of support that we're looking at here I would draw a region all the way down here personally, and then if it really wicks down all the way down here, so you have this nice region of support right around 0.97 cents, 0.8 cents, and all the way down at 0.65 cents. So I don't really care if we come all the way down here and then start to build up, because the thing you have to keep in mind, and it's the same thing with Bitcoin that I get at any project that we take a look at, is those basic building blocks to a bullish narrative. That's ultimately what you're looking for in a chart. Higher highs, higher lows, right? So even if one of these things happens, beautiful rounding bottom here. Even if one of these things happen, you got your double bottom, okay? You got your low, you got your high, you got your higher low, you got your higher high, you got your higher low, and then you just keep stair-stepping up, right? And when the market really gets frothy, which I think it's going to happen very soon, you're going to get some sort of a parabolic rise in here, potentially as early as April. So that's what I see on XYO. Juan, I'll take a look at Ply. I don't know that I'm going to have time to take a look at 2, my friend. You know how that goes. Also, I need to get back to Black Oil and see if he has a question for me here. Ply we've taken a look at before. You can see we identified a yellow. Now, we haven't taken a look at this in quite some time here because based on my golden pocket to buy at, you can see we were underneath resistance. We've since broken that. This I would still consider the golden pocket of opportunity, okay? And it looks like right now, we're just consolidating underneath all of this resistance. In fact, now that the chart has evolved, I would just do one of these things, okay? And there's not much to say other than price indicators look fair. Nothing sticks out to me. What about the 3-day? Yeah, MACD and RSI are coiled. When I put it on a 3-day view, I kind of like the 3-day. There's a little bit more price data available. We're just sort of consolidating in this zone. I think this is your opportunity to buy in at these levels prior to a potential break to the upside with the rest of the market. You guys have to remember when the altcoins do decide to move. Caspa is a great example. Caspa out of nowhere, I wake up and, flip on the phone there to see how the portfolio is looking. I see Caspa's up like 15%. If you think that's something, I'm just telling you that when this market really does move, a rising tide lifts all boats. I don't care what piece of shit coin you own. You could own everything from anything. Money is going to flood into these altcoins. If you haven't been here before, you have no idea. Now, your better performers are going to be the ones with stronger charts. So when you guys give me crypto projects to pair up against one another, which I think is a great idea for next week, the stronger charts should, in theory, perform better. It doesn't necessarily mean your laggards won't perform well, but if your laggard has a weaker chart, like I've shared with you that Casper, it's not just a laggard, but the chart is just it's underwhelmed. It's underwhelmed. That bullish divergence eventually will play out. There'll be a big day for Casper. I'm not saying otherwise, but I'm a little skeptical how high that thing's going to go in the bull run, just given the just assessing the chart, right? So your stronger performers are going to run well based on the charts. This one's just consolidating in here. There's really nothing else to add. Let me get in and see. Okay, Blackwell, if you have any charts for me, let me know. Tao versus everything. Yeah, man. Tao's been taken to prisoners. Track, always good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I have, so fun fact, I was telling my girlfriend that, I'm not one to buy a lot of clothing, okay? I'm not really big on the material things in general in life. I don't really buy a lot of things for myself at all whatsoever. I spend money on food and nutrition. That's what I like to spend money on. And I find the irony in my diagnosis with all of that. But anyway, I spend money on food and nutrition. And I was looking in my closet the one day, and I was sort of arranging all of my shirts. And I was like, I should probably stop buying crypto-themed shirts. I forget what the number is. I have like 15, 17, 18 crypto shirts. Like, they just sort of have accumulated over time. I have more crypto shirts than I have like nice... Probably I have more dress shirts. But still, I have a fuck ton of crypto shirts. And I still think I need more. I'm looking to the Digibyte community. Somebody in the Digibyte community said he was going to send me a Digibyte t-shirt. And that has not happened. So, I'm just saying. Do you think logical move, do you think CAS will make more of a slow bottoming structure here, or rather a grind with series of higher lows? Did you see the news about CASPA? Yes, I did see the news about Eco Foundation and the work of smart contracts. Yes, I did. I'll answer this and say I don't know. Well, I don't know. Short answer is I don't know. On top of that, I don't care because I'm an investor. I don't care if it's a slower bottoming process or a quicker. I don't really care. I'm bullish as fuck on the project, fundamentally and technically, so I don't give two shits. But if I had to take a guess, I would say if you put me on the spot and said, well, just pick one, I can appreciate that. I want to see how today closes, and I want to see how the week closes. Depending how the week closes, it could turn into a rather swift move to the upside by next week at the earliest. So we'll have to see. I should do another browser. I totally agree with you, Juan. Ricky, good to see you in the live stream, my friend. Appreciate the support, man. I get it, guys. Based on what time zone you're in, you may not be able to catch the live stream. I totally can understand that. I have people tuning in from different countries, which is exciting to think about. So even if you can't catch it live, you catch it in syndication, you drop me a little comment on there. I'm going to start getting back to more of the comments. Spread a little love with the thumbs up. Engagement helps YouTube algorithm, gets me out to more people. I appreciate it. Track, can you chart? Of course I can chart. You don't even have to second guess that, my friend. You better believe it. Ondo. Not a lot of price data. All right, we'll look at KuCoin. We'll go to the daily. What the heck is this? Is this a proof of work project? Some sort of fairly launched. I'd be curious to look this up. I really like I really like the chart structure on this. Got basing, a move up. I'm just looking at the confluence on this. I mean, this is a beautiful chart. You know what this reminds me of? It sort of reminds me of the way Chlor looked. I like this chart a lot. I don't know anything about this price. I'm just charting out areas of support and resistance for you guys. Of course, we're in price discovery. There is no resistance. I'm going to give you a bunch of areas of support. This is on the daily. There's not a lot of price data on this chart. So the best thing you can do is identify key sensical areas where price could pull back to identify where you might want to scale into more. Of course, you could always take this down to a 12-hour to refine your view. Get a little bit more price confluence in there because then you might, I mean, there's additional areas in here, but I'd wait for a pullback. I would not be chasing this. I'm going to tell you what. Who was this? Track, man. This is a beautiful chart. I'm going to actually look up this product. What I own is what I own at this point. I'm not shuffling around. But I'm at least interested to look this up on CoinMarketCap to see if this was a fairly launched proof of work project, because that's sort of the way the chart is hitting me. This is a beautiful looking chart. I can't tell you where we're going to go because we're in price discovery, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful problem to have. But this is looking fantastic. And this is really what I would wait for. You could draw another area of support here. I wouldn't be that aggressive personally at 64 cents. But, if I was looking to buy, quite honestly, never financial advice, Track. You know that. But if I was looking to scale in here, I'd be a little less aggressive. And I'd wait for anything. Now, you might not get all the way down here at 49 cents, but I would at least wait for a pullback to between 60 to 55 cents, somewhere in there. So you basically have, some sort of a deviation and then a continuation higher. That's what I would wait for. But, I mean, it's a beautiful looking chart, man. We're pushing up against time here. I might have time for one more question. Let's see. Big Boy Crypto, you do IT for a living, 18 years experience. We're probably the same age, man. XRP BTC. Oh, I see a few other comments coming in here. I'm not sorry, guys. I see Oof and Ian and Juan. I already charted Ply. I'm not sure. I commented on Ply. It doesn't look bad. I think that's the one we took a look at. No, I was just consolidating. Sorry, I'm not going to have a chance to get to these last projects here. So what I'll do is, I always feel bad when there's projects left over. So what I'll do is, when I do live stream tomorrow, if there's time at the end of the live stream, we'll take a look at it. If not, we'll have to wait until Tuesday. Someone asked a question. Ricky, who doesn't get to join live very often, asked about XRP BTC. Man, I haven't been asked about that in a long time. What the fuck? I'm going to restart my computer. Oh, God. I haven't looked at this forever. These are probably going to be some ugly charts. This might be embarrassing looking at. Ugh, I haven't looked at this forever. Chris Daly. A $20 super chat. Chris Daly, you are my new best friend. XLM to the moon. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Just for you. Even though this was going to be my last chart. You super chat me $20, we'll take a look at XLM. You'll keep me on the live stream longer if you're super chatting me $20. Thank you, my friend. Very much appreciated. Now, on a chart like this, there's so much price data. I want to look at the monthly. Now, the first thing I need you to understand is I need all of us to be what are called realists, okay? This is why I have a problem with people who are maximalists of any project, whether it's XRP or whether it's Bitcoin. Now, you know the name of this live stream is All in the Charts, right? I don't care what your fundamental view of XRP is. This speaks for itself. This is not what you want to see in a chart. What this is comparing the value of XRP relative to Bitcoin. If this chart is moving down, it means that XRP is depreciating in value relative to Bitcoin. If the chart is moving up, it is appreciating in value relative to Bitcoin. You can see after we had this $3.84 or $3.54 top in January of 2018, what have we done? I mean, this is ugly, guys. This is fucking ugly. Just being honest. You do not want to see your altcoin doing this. You want to see what do you want to see what your altcoin should be doing? If you hold a strong altcoin, this is what it's doing. This is Caspa. Welcome to a strong uptrend, guys. I mean, this is fucking beautiful. All right? This is ugly. So, just want to point that out. Trying to be a realist. We do have an upsloping line that's being respected. This has to change to red. We're below there. So we got touches, we got touches, which is good. Yeah, turn down on the MACD. That's not good to see. Oh, more super chats. You guys are keeping me on this stream longer. I'm supposed to be keeping this 30, 35 minutes. I mean, that's supposed to help the algorithm. Plus this feedback I've been getting. So, but trying to keep these things, which does give me a little bit more time in the day, which is also nice. Greg, how am I supposed to get that damn topping video out if you're super chatting me all day? Come on. No, I appreciate it. You know that. The weekly is showing signs that we could get some sort of bounce here. You have to understand, this has just been a straight bleed since July of 23. Jesus Christ, this has been almost a year. It's just bleeding down here, okay? I don't like this chart. Could someone come on here and do a meticulous review of this and tell you that we're getting a bounce? Yeah, sure, but I'm going to be honest with you. I do not digging this chart. Not digging this chart at all. I haven't looked at this in a long time. There's also a downtrend here. Let's get rid of some of these lines because this is fucking ugly. This is an ugly-ass chart. Okay. Let's get off the price indicators because I can tell you right now it's not helping the story on the bullish case. There's a general downtrend here, right? So, if I was being a realist, I would expect some sort of bounce at some point in relativity value. But the question is, where are we going to top out? And I would be very hesitant to say we're going to cross this red line here. So now on the plus side, even if we get to the red line, you have to understand what that's saying is still a great level of price appreciation from where we're at. It's still a 10x relative to, if we can get up here, it's a 10x relative to Bitcoin's price performance. So that would be a hell of a move. So we'll have to see. But I'm skeptical if we would get past that. I'm even skeptical if we would get that high, quite honestly. If you guys have been following my content for a while, again, I've been a supporter of the project for a long time, but there's so much competition, and I've shared with you guys. I'm not saying it'll stay this way, but at some point this year, you'll see XRP fall out of top 10. I don't have any doubts about that. There's just way too much competition. Will it regain top 10 at some point? Yeah, probably. But it's going to be out of the top 10. I just don't see it staying in that top 10 threshold. It's an ugly chart, my friend, ugly chart. Let's take a look at, sorry, Ricky, to be honest with you, but you know how I operate on this channel. Let's take a look at XLM because Chris Daly is an XLM fanatic, and he super chatted me $20. I almost said $200. No one ever super chat me $200. That'll get refunded to you. He super chatted me $20. Of course, this cup and handle has not worked out too well so far. This definitely has not. You can see this is a beautiful rounding bottom formation and a handle here, but we've just been pretty fucking lackluster. So let's talk about a different chart that I have up for XLM, and let's be realistic about what we can expect in the shorter to midterm. Of course, I have Tony's Raging Bull indicator here. Now, I'm comparing fractals here to similar, what I believe are similar points in time to the past, okay? So I still believe that we're in some sort, it's just lasting longer. I still believe that we're in an accumulation range right here relative to what we were back here, waiting for the expansionary phase once Bitcoin starts running towards that $80,000 mark and above. So right now, honestly, all we're doing is ping-ponging in between here. We're just ping-ponging in between essentially 11 and 20 cents. There's not a lot to update here. But I will say I like the strength in the MACD. This is on the weekly. MACD is above 0. The RSI is at a fairly neutral level. It's been upticking. It's at 58. Stochastic RSI, yeah, it's crossed down, but it's at 81, so I'm not concerned about that. Any bullish divergences or anything like that? No, not really. But let's even zoom out further. Let's look at a monthly chart. Okay? When you zoom out on a monthly chart, maybe I'll just take this shit off. But when you zoom out on a monthly chart, and also you look at the price indicators, you can see we have a nice upsloping relative strength index. So strength is gaining within the price. The stochastic RSI is at a great level, positive level, 74 over 72. The MACD is getting closer and closer to getting a positive cross here, okay? So depending what sort of price action we see in April and May, you could see either April or May be that big month where you start to get a really acceleration within price. For me, it's all about breaking 20 cents. Once you break 20 cents, you have another area of resistance right around here at 26. And then you really don't have another major area, in my opinion, all the way upwards of major area of resistance, all the way upwards towards 43 cents. Again, once the market really starts to pick up here, and this is the hardest thing for people who are newer to the market to understand. Oh, man. The periods of consolidation and downturn, like this lasts forever seemingly, and this seemingly lasts forever. But this expansionary phase where we go from, 8 cents all the way up to 80 cents and do a 10x, it's just very quick, guys. It's very, very, very quick. So we're just consolidating here. I know it's boring, but there's nothing alarming. There's nothing super exciting. It'll start to get exciting once we get a weekly close above 20 cents. Then it'll start to get exciting. Hope you found that helpful, Chris. I think I'm following what you're saying, Greg. I'm not really sure. We're going to find out. I really will, I think, have to. Hey, Kathleen, welcome in. Good to see you. I really will have to call it a... Oh, man, Kathleen with the super chat. You guys are loving the super chats today. Thank you so much. You know what? I might just keep the live stream going. Maybe I can quit my job a lot sooner than I anticipated. I'm just going to keep this shit going. Everybody feel free to drop me a $2,000 super chat so CBG can quit his job. Wait, we're on a blank chart. What the heck am I doing here? Cube IC safe dot trade for chart. Man, I don't... Sorry, Greg. I'm not really following what you're saying. Yeah, man, I'm not... I'm sorry, Greg. I'm not following what you're saying here. Appreciate, by the way, for everyone new tuning in, I just want to reiterate this. Super chats are never expected, but always appreciated. Believe me. I always equate it to tipping your waiter. Very similar, very similar. So definitely appreciate it. Greg, I'm not following anything. If you can... It's an OTC exchange. How the hell do I pull it up? I'm not seeing it. How do I pull this up, my friend? Because I would love to chart it for you, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, man. If you, I'll promise you this. Oh, it's a website. All right. Well, I will. If I can figure that out by tomorrow, I'll chart it for you. I'm not going to do that on the spot right now, but I want to be able to pull charts up in TradingView. So if I can figure that out tomorrow, or remind me on the live stream tomorrow, we can take a look at it. But yeah, I like to stick to TradingView for the most part. I think that's going to do it, guys. I think that's going to do it. So again, price action that's going on today, you know, if you follow my content, you're very level-headed. You understand that yesterday, you know, and if you, here's the other thing. If you're following me on Twitter, okay, or X, you would have known that I had posted yesterday that there was a bullish engulfing candle. I don't know. I can't find the tweet or post. But these bullish engulfing candles, okay, from yesterday, because the body of this green candle eclipsed the red from the prior candle, those are typically signs of a trend reversal back to the upside, right? So just because we're having a red day today doesn't mean jack shit. In fact, it was expected based on my commentary from yesterday and what I reiterated today. We're merely backtesting prior resistance, and we're more than likely, in my opinion, going to bounce off of it, which is what we do in many cases. Bounce off of it and continue to the upside. So I'm expecting to see, and again, you know, part of me hesitates to say this because it's a short-term comment, but I do expect to see a green day tomorrow for Bitcoin, or a relatively at least neutral day. If it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. The macro trend is up, guys, but that is what I'm anticipating. So we'll see. We'll see what the market brings us tomorrow. But poor Greggy has to wait another week. No, if I can pull it up, I'll pull it up tomorrow. We'll take a look at it. I don't want to make Greg wait. But yeah, guys, things are looking great. Cheers to the Caspa community. I know it's been a bit since we've, you know, seen some nice positive momentum to the upside. We've had some down days there. So still up 9.6%. These crypto AI plays. Damn, I wanted to get into this and I never did. All right, guys. So that's going to wrap it up. I am going to have myself some dinner. Until next time, everybody, which will be tomorrow. Let's all spread awareness and carry the education forward. And just a reminder that I will be, that topping video will be coming out very shortly. In fact, maybe I'll give you a preview of the thumbnail. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? If you caught the beginning of my live stream, this is what I was spending time on to feel, look how shocked my face is. I am so shocked at that. Look at that. All right? Is this not gripping when you see this thumbnail? Oh my God. So that's what I was working on. But all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Until next time, everybody, let's all spread awareness and carry the education forward. Take care. Appreciate the engagement, guys.